Welcome back to Graveyard Keeper, the most inaccurate medieval graveyard simulator. We're down here in the sort of catacombs or underneath the church, whatever you actually want to call that kind of area. And it looks like it's been updated. Last time we came in here, well, I think it's been updated. Last time we came in here, the wall could have stopped here. So there's been extra building area been added in a more recent update, and that's not very long ago. I think it's just came out today or the day before. So that means all the people that on Reddit like to, shall we say, debate over the most optimal layout for your various areas. Well, that's probably going to send them into overdrive on how they actually lay out this area. Okay, so let's have a look at this area. We need to start studying something. We've got some last episode, we've got some fuel for studying, some knowledge or science, whatever it's actually called. But this should get us some blue points. If we just have a look at our blue points, we've got 1, and we need more. If you remember, just as a reminder, if you make stone things like headstones, we can get red points. Clearing vines will get us green points, or farming in general. Blue points, we've not really had a source of until now. And let's just start by studying, I don't know, an iron ingot. So for that, we need faith, which you're going to get by, having congregations and preaching at them. It is medieval after all, not so much these days, but certainly in medieval, everything was ruled by the church, certainly in medieval Europe. So that's how this is going to go here. So we need some science, which... faith and science? Interesting. In any case, study. And let's use up some work. And we've completed a study of iron ingots. This item can be decomposed into nothing. But we got a whole bunch of red and green. Not much blue, though. Can we study something else? Why don't we just... what should we study? Certainly up to us. Why don't we go for a pickaxe? Oh no, we need more faith. So that's going to have to wait. Is there anything we can pick that needs less of that stuff? Rusty sword? Yeah, we could do that. And use that up. That can't be decomposed into anything. And we get more red points. We're not getting any blue points. Maybe blue's only created by creating this sort of stuff that we can feed into here. Interesting. If so, that means we need skin, and that looks like it'll actually get us blue points from studying. Is there anything in my inventory that I can study that will get... Ah, there we go. When it says study, it's got an actual... I'm being stupid. It's got an actual color next to it, so we can see what colors we can get. And blood and chaos solution are an option. So let's see if those are still affordable. They are. Let's get blood. And we get lots of blue points. 21, in fact. And we're out of science. Now, to get that, we're going to need paper. And we were given some, I think, sort of terrible books that we can break down. But we got a few issues actually getting the paper out of them. One is, and this is a commenter who let me know about this, is that you can use river sand to regenerate those books. Unfortunately, river sand needs a quest from the bishop who isn't there anymore. The bishop, the guy that we opened the church with. And he's going to give us a quest to create a bowl of some kind, I think, something along those sort of lines. So we'll have to wait until this goes around again. In fact, oh, hang on, is this the actual day when he comes back? Why don't we just sleep a little bit and see if he's back. I never remember which symbol is which, but this looks likely. And here we get up. So refreshed. Glad you are. Let's go and see if the bishop's there. While I'm on my way down, we can also take a look, and our donkey's there still waiting for carrots. We can go and see... Ah, there he is. Good, good, good. We can go and see what technologies we're going to actually go for next. So I did take glass. It was cheap. It does need river sand as well, however, so we can't really do anything with it, but it's a prerequisite. It's really, really cheap. So that then lets us get to glass blower. Again, without the sand, I'm not really able to do much. advanced smelting, so we can get a better furnace and we get steel. That'll take us into castings and more advanced ingots and into jewelry and stuff like that. Fair enough. We can already take weapons and armor. That'll help if we get to anything dangerous. And that's relatively cheap compared to what we currently have. But let's have a look at this thing first. So what am I supposed to do? He's decided to open the soup kitchen for the poor near the cathedral. Okay, he's taking advantage of the poor. And we have some clay deposits just in front of our church, do we? Okay. So we've got a new task to bring 20 bowls. And we'll get a few blue points for it. Okay, and he'll also buy bread. Now we can dig sand and we can grab clay. So we're going to need both of those. It says there's sort of clay deposits down here or near our church. Maybe I'm missing them. That's just some vines. Is that clay? It is clay. Good. So we can spend energy here essentially and get lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of clay. And if we go across the river and head up, there's quite a few spots, 4 or 5. 2 south of the river, the river falls, and 2 north. Maybe another one somewhere. Near the fishing spot, we've got this. River sand. Hopefully. And my inventory's full. There's the ruined books. And bits and pieces. Can I drop that? I'm going to destroy the blood as well. That's going to give me some room for some sand. I'll pick up some more sand and head back to home. And let's see if we can actually make the pots, or if I need another machine or something like that. And you'll notice now on the technologies list, down at the bottom, we have clay available. It creates ceramic bowls, which is from a potter's wheel. Okay, very, very cheap recipe. So let's unlock that. This should be about 3 by 3, so we've got some more room now available. And if we just go down here is a potter's wheel. Yeah, we've got the materials. We don't have 3 by 3 spare in anywhere other than, you know, the new places, so that will do fine. I'm going to put it here for now. Can we rotate that? Can't really rotate this. All right, down it goes. And we need a little bit of water. And some clay. And we'll assemble it. All right, 3 ceramic bowls. It takes, okay, so we're gonna have enough for 18 bowls, and we're gonna need some water, but water's straightforward. We can just go into our character, and yep, we can use this to change it for water, and it automatically get dumped into there, so that's fine. We got enough for 20 bowls. We just don't have enough of these. Actually, I want to craft more than one, don't I? So we can use these arrows just to basically say what we want to craft. You can press infinite, of course, and that will work, but slight problem with detecting things. Actually, we only got room for 5 more. All right. So there's 3 bowls and 6. 9. And now I'm going to have to go back for more clay, aren't I? But that's fine. There is another spot. Actually, is there a spot near our home? Or am I not remembering right? I thought there was one up here, but maybe I'm thinking of this fire. That'd be nice if there was. Guess not. But it's all right, because it's only the other side of our graveyard. More to the south, actually. Oh, there goes the bishop. Oh, guess we're not fulfilling it today. Ah, well, we can make the bowls at least. So let's just grab a couple more pieces of clay. And because it's around about time for us to sleep, I'll take a little bit more and we'll just stow it in one of our chests and come back later. That donkey's very, very patient about his carrots. We also need to make oil, of course. And it looks like we can already get carrots. Do I already have any space? I don't really have much space at all. So why don't we just go back here, open this up and stow some stuff. So maggots, that came from our compost heap. The peat came from the compost heap as well. So we'll stow both of that. And then there's some sand in here. All the clay. Marine books we need the sand for, but we'll come back to that in the morning. Actually, I'll take some sand with me. Just in case it's needed. And head to bed. Once we come back, we'll then complete the rest of our bowls, store them in the chest, and we'll come back on the next Sunday, which I presume is what this actually is. So it's the next day, and here in our garden, we have some room around here. I did spot these last time. I think probably because I was playing on the 1080p resolution rather than 1440p. But there is these construction spots out to the right of our garden for us to be able to build stuff in. And I can actually rotate this piece of equipment, so I can put a chest down. Or a trunk, in this case. And that will just let me store just anything that's garden related here, rather than in our main trunk. And of course, we'll expand that as time goes on. So, with that in mind, let me just put in the carrots. All of them. Garden waste. And the seeds. Berries I'll keep on me. Useful for other stuff. And we'll just move all the water across so that we get everything back. Okay. Is that peat done? Half done. Okay. So I did complete the carrot things for the donkey. It only needs 10 carrots, so you can just drop them in its box. And it's perfect. Well, it's... I was going to say it's perfectly happy. That donkey is not happy with anything. Let's face it. It is not happy. But it was okay with it. And we actually need oil to actually go any further to actually fix its cart. So there's that. We can collect mushrooms here as well. Yeah, edible mushrooms. Only a few times though. There isn't enough of them. There we go. The other thing I forgot to do yesterday, of course, was to actually preach a sermon. That's something you definitely should do because you need the faith points to get any further in that tree. So that is something worthwhile doing. While we're actually here, however, we've got 128 red points, 63 green, 21 blue, and we need to actually spend that on something. There's lots of stuff we could spend it on. Let's face it. In particular, circular saw, if we want to get 200 more points, well, 200 red points, so double what we currently have or less than that. So we could get the circular saw. We just need more stone headstones. We could get the assembly stand, but I think that wooden beam is needed to unlock various other pieces of land or stuff along those lines. I remember seeing it before, and I'm almost sure it's to do with unlocking. What does it take to do this? That's the ancient curse. The other thing, while I'm actually near the graveyard, is that someone said that, yeah, you shouldn't throw bodies into the river. You should go and burn them to ash. And it's down here to the south. There is this little tiny crematorium build spot, but there's nothing really here, nothing I can interact with. Maybe there is when there's a body, but for now I can't actually do anything down there except creating a trunk, so that may be another technology unlock. So back to the technologies then, what are we going to have a look at? Technologies, cookery, not concerned about. Building, I would like to have more building options, so we can unlock the ability to tree fell larger trees, fair enough. Get different ores, and the rest is further in. Smithing, we can get to weapons. I quite like that idea, and it's quite cheap by comparison to other things. Advanced smelting, I like that idea very much as well, because that leads to steel, a better version of the anvil, and a better version of various tools. So I think I'm going to go for that. That spends blue points as well as anything else, so it's something to be aware of. There we go. And we do get another furnace recipe. We can't unlock the steel itself yet, though. Well, we can make steel ingots, but we can't actually manipulate it without more red points and more blue points. Okay, but it is going to take us a little while to get various bits and pieces together, so The first thing we actually need is a furnace 2. What does it actually cost to make a furnace 2? Because I sort of want another furnace up here somewhere. Eventually we'll get rid of this one down here. Furnace 2 costs 20 stone, 8 complex iron, and 2 pigskin paper. That's going to be problematic because we can't make pigskin paper with that skin. I could technically take that out of the bodies that are in the graveyard, but I'd have to get the license, which would cost me money. I can afford it, I think. Yeah, I can afford it. It will probably consume a burial certificate. Why don't we see if we can actually do that? That's one possible option. Because I just want to adjust that one. That's really annoying me. That one grave that's out of alignment with all the rest. So if we go across to here, I can purchase an exhumation permission, I think. Yep, there we go. So I'll go back, and that gives me the permission to go and take a grave out. This one is 0 at all, so grave. And can we exhume it? Oh, we need to remove the fence and, yeah. And the gravestone. Okay, then we can exhume the body. There we go, we've got the body. Whoops. We need to pick up the body. And now we can take it back with us to the, shall we say, preparation area, the mortuary. And hopefully, I'm not going to ruin this. Okay, you had a lot of helpers. I never unchained the helper underneath the church. Yeah, probably best that I don't. Skin, not complete. So let's see if we can actually craft that. Yeah. Will that succeed? Yep, we got some skin. Good. That, of course, has sort of corrupted this body a little bit. So let's just go for blood and fat, remember rightly? Was it? Yeah, there's one. And the fat. Hopefully this actually goes well as well. Yeah, and now we've got 6 white skulls, which is actually quite nice. I do like that. We'll come back for that fat later. Let's just take the body. So we should be improving our graveyard just by doing this. And then I'm going to have to move that grave. Let's just drop it for a second. And just grab you, tell it to remove this grave. Oh, do I need to... Oh dear. Let's go and grab you. And I'm just going to eat while I'm doing this to make sure I don't run out of energy. There we go. And we'll put the grave back. We can put it somewhere else instead if we wanted to, but let's just build a grave site down there. And we don't want to let that body go below 90%, I want to say. So we should have more than enough time to do it. Once it goes into the grave, it stops decaying, so that's the main thing. There we go. And we can inter the corpse. We get a burial certificate. So we've got 2 of those now. Good. And we can improve it still further with a headstone of some kind. So I've now got some skin. So let's head inside. We want to improve the church again soon, but in the meantime, let's head across to here, the little crafting table, and we can make pigskin paper. And nom some berries. Pigskin paper. And then we can make clean paper from pigskin paper if we want to. And for a furnace 2, we need 2 of that pigskin paper. So we need to make sure we leave a couple of it, whatever we're going to do with the rest, at our cabin, a little home, before we head to bed, or at least during the day. But I need more energy to do the next step. So we're then going to head back over to the church and maybe get some clean paper or see what we can do about getting more fuel, more science points. And pigskin paper, we can craft down into clean paper, like this. I've already done a batch of 4. This is the second batch. And we can put them straight into the table here, put them on here, press decompose, And we're up to 17 science points now. However, we still are out of faith, and faith is what we get from the sermons. And of course, we have to wait for next Sunday to do that, but that's fine. In the meantime, is there anything else we can do with those bat wings? If I had more of them, I can make even more pigskin paper with bat wings. So I've put them in this trunk for now, and then later we'll have a look at that option. Is that the guy who was talking never to actually release? Not quite sure. Yeah, nothing else we can build here for the moment. So I'm going to then go and spend some more stone and river sand to unlock another area near our home. Seems quite a cheap area to unlock. Not sure what it actually gives us. It says stone garden, so we'll see. So this is an area here. This has got trees in it. That's not a problem for now. But up here, there is another area for us to unlock. And stone garden. So why don't we unlock it? Ah, interesting. We can meditate. What does meditate get us? Is it just an outdoor? Or is this a faster way of getting energy? No clue. But we have an outdoor bed, I guess. Alright, no problem. Further down here, we still need other bits and pieces. So here we need sticks, we need peat. We've already got peat, of course, down there. And we need tree apple seedlings. Okay, so I'm going to have to go and see if I can actually get some money today. So we're going to head off towards town and see if I can buy seedlings anywhere. So we're going to sell our burial certificates to the tavern as usual, but one of the things it has for sale is a teleport stone. Basically the game's version of fast travel. And yes, I would like that. So we're going to get a silver, but we're also going to get a teleport stone as well. Takes up an inventory slot, unfortunately, but it does have a cooldown. But apparently it can allow multiple reuses, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. As for the seedlings, it's not in town. It's going to be in the swamp, I would imagine. So let's see if we can actually use this teleport stone. I'm just going to put it on my... Will you let me... Can I not put... Can I have to get rid of this? Come on. That would be really nice if I could put that on my hotbar. Nope, it's not letting me put it on the hotbar, so let's just use it from here. Home to the dead horse, which is where we are now, or the quarry. Nice places. Let's go head home, and we're right here. That's so much nicer. Yeah, but I assume we have a cooldown. Yes, we do. Okay, no problem. And I have a health bar above my head. Oh, that may be because I was eating mushrooms. Just to clear some inventory space. Anyway, aside from that problem, we got back to our home. Right, so the rest is about to get to the quarry, well, not the quarry, so the swamp. We want to head over there, but we're going to need to go and repair stuff over there. So I'm going to need some bits and pieces. Let's just see what I've actually got. I've got some firewood. I'm not going to need that, I don't think. But I am going to need another trunk, aren't I? Trunk. Now that's going to need all the kinds of bits and pieces I don't have. Wonderful. We are going to need... Well, we may as well cook up some more metal if we have any iron ore. I should go and dig some up, it looks like. Let's get rid of that beer, because we can go and give it to the skull for the quest. And we're going to want 3 wooden planks, 6 flitch, and 10 nails. The nails are fairly straightforward, so I can just convert those across straight away. Get across, that's up to 8 nails. I'm going to need another batch, so I am going to need to go and get some iron ore. But I think we can just put, or get rid of the iron ore up here that's just sort of free and hanging around. Whoop, yeah. Is that bats? Yeah, I can use bats. That's good. There we go. Bat wings. That's 2, and we already had 3, so I should be able to get more paper with that. In any case, I probably want to think about those weapons and armor fairly soon, don't I? My health bar needs some food. Those are just berries. It's not restoring my food. Okay. What was I? Ah, yes. So we can put a couple of iron ingots on here. I should have put more on. Let's just put more on here. Oops, not fuel. I want iron ingots, please. Let's put 3 on here, and I'll put another one there when that finishes. I'm just going to go to bed, and that should actually repair my health as well as my energy. There we go. My health's going up. And we should get saved at this point as well. Yep. How we get. And do we have anything yet? Well, halfway through. I'm going to go make these components. So remember, 3 wooden planks, 6 flitch, and 10 nails. So, stopping off at Bob. Well, Jerry, but let's just keep calling him Bob. Where's your beer? Here's the beer. And we get some more story. And he's now probably going to ask us for some wine, if I remember rightly. So it turns out that Jerry's probably one of our predecessors from our world. Interesting. I have some questions. How can I get home? Easy. It's just the portal on Witch Hill. Okay, so we want to get to the library, which is in the church cellar, or the astrologer. We haven't met the astrologer yet. But he does wine, and apparently that's good. Okay, so it tells us to go and find the lighthouse. Where is that? And you don't remember. And we apparently have a wine cellar as well. Okay, and it's connected to the morgue. Good. So the only place we can expand down here is to the left. This is the, over here is the chute that you can get to come from outside to deposit corpses. And we can repair that, and we may as well. Okay, so we can create a pallet, and we can create preparation places. I'm not going to actually do that just yet. Because, well, one of the things you can do is you can have bodies popping in here, putting onto a pallet so they won't decay, I don't think. But when every time you do that, I think it gets faster delivering more bodies, and I don't necessarily want that just yet. That was what I was looking for. The blockage down here is wooden beams, and that needs a circular saw. The rest we can actually make. So, yeah. And I think there's also the same kind of thing. In fact, I think that's actually our church cellar. It is. I've crafted it there. So we can clear this blockage and get straight to it without going overground. And similarly, that's the other area that we got with that similar blockage. Okay, got both of those going. So we should probably head out to the west and see if we can navigate the swamp. Easier said than done, actually. So if you head dead west from the bridge, you'll get to this spot in this spot in the swamp, and there's that sign there. I think that's this bridge we actually want to repair. That's why we've got all these ingredients with us for repairing the bridge. But you can't repair it from this side. Of course, like most RPGs of any kind, you have to go and open it from the other side. Dark Souls. Anyway, the route through the swamp is probably going to be a bit tedious, and I'm probably going to get lost a few times and get stuck in dead ends. So I'm going to continue going around. I think it's sort of like a left-hand spiral, but I'll figure it out, and we'll come back once we've got through there. And eventually I've got over here. Hopefully I can then get clear this, maybe, or get to the witch's house. This log, this is my log. I'm just carrying it with me. No reason. I just happen to chop something down. And to start all of this spiral, you go south from that point where we can repair the bridge in future. You can't go any other way as far as I'm able to see, so unfortunately that should lead to here. Now we should be able to craft a way to build a bridge. There we go. 10, 3, 6. Job hopefully done. Shouldn't take very long, and hopefully that's going to enable a bridge here, which will lead straight from the bridge across this way. There we go. Good. My log. And onward to the witch, I think. She's over here. Alright, let's go and have a word. I'm pretty sure I'm real. look like a witch. In case you lose your memory, just boil the cauldron with the incense and the bee, okay? Good luck from your past you, okay? Okay, so she either wants us to go and get a cauldron or make the potion ourselves. And she unlocks the whole alchemy tree, which hasn't been around until now. So now we can make an alchemy workbench, a hand mixer, and an alchemy mill. And yeah, we just have to solve that quest. And that means... Ooh, we have a garden. Yes. Okay, what do you want me to get you? A pumpkin. I shall teach you something else. Oh, we can't go in a house. Alright, time to take my log home and craft some more stuff. And our alchemy stuff's down here for the cellar in our church. So we get the option of various different pieces. We need 6 wooden planks for a hand mixer, 4 simple iron parts, and 8 nails. Fairly straightforward. I'm going to have to chop more trees down. The alchemy workbench is going to need 6 planks, so I'm going to need 12 planks in total. And conical flasks, which is where the glass making comes in. Okay, so that may be something we have to unlock. And an alchemy mill itself, which requires a polished brick of stone. I don't think we can make that yet because we don't have a stone cutter 2, I want to say. But we can start making the other stuff, although that's going to take up quite a bit of gathering. So I think that's probably a good point to stop at. I'm going to probably build up in here. Now we've got a bit more space. I quite like this. Are these blockages? Well, there's 2 blockages actually, and not just this one here. There's one here. That's going to need another wooden beam. And what's the third one over here? Is this wooden beam as well? Yes, it is. So I'm going to need 3 wooden beams, and that comes from a circular saw. Let's just take a look at our technologies just to finish off. Is there anything I can actually go for here? Well, glassblower we can go for immediately, but we can't get conical flasks until we get glassblower 2, and that's going to need more blue points. It's a bit useless to us until we get more blue points. Rules of burning. Interesting. A lantern network. Not sure what that's for. I'll have to look that up. We can now take steel, though. And that will give us better chisels, better hammers, and the Anvil 2 recipe. Or we can go for weapons. Yeah, I'm going to want to unlock things pretty much always. So I'm going to unlock that. I may regret it, but we'll see. This is an iron hammer. We're still using a rusty hammer. And it'll make our efficiency a lot better. And then a chisel, that's more for woodworking stuff. So fair enough either way. But we can get to steel weapons as well with some more investment. Or indeed just probably get some starter upgrades once I get a few more red and green points. Those red and green points are not going to be hard to get to. I can just clear some more vines up here. And let's actually see how much that actually gets us. It's like 25 green, wasn't it? These vines over here I haven't cleared. How many each? 5? So 5 bushes, and we've got enough for that. Yeah. And we've cleaned up our graveyard. A little bit. At least until we can get rid of the curse. And that's the Inquisitor quests. There we go. So now I just need to craft some more stone, and we're good to go for the iron weapons and armor, maybe? And it's now Sunday. A week per episode seems to be sort of fine. I want to just grab those bowls. There they are. I only want 20 of them. Because it being Sunday again, it's a good point to hand in that quest. Hopefully that will let us unlock more stuff. And I think I have a headstone for that grave as well, which will be quite nice. Here's our quest. They're ugly, but just perfect, and we get a cleric's beginner guide. And task completed. and he's considering upgrading us to a big church from a regular church. But it's far in the future. First, everything has to be perfect, and the church and the graveyard has to be perfect. Okay. So we need 30 positive and 20 positive faith in the church. And he wants fish. And he wants a quality fish fillet. And you can find that near the waterfall. Okay. It's not like he doesn't need much. Okay. So that's his options for now. And what can we trade for? Is there anything we actually want to trade for? Probably not. No. No, for now I'm going to leave that alone. And let's head inside. Now, we should be able to preach a sermon now, I think. Let's have a look. Select a sermon. This is a casual prayer sermon. It's crafted at a desk, so we're going to need to craft more of them. Success chance. Sermon needs +10. We've only got +5. So that wouldn't be beneficial. Is there any way to craft anything that gives us more faith yet? No. I need to do more, maybe more theology technology. Theology technology, yeah. It rhymes. Flyers, church benches. Yeah, I do need to actually get these, but these need more, basically blue points. So let's give it a go. It's a 50-50, so it's a coin toss. Will this actually work? I'd like to say a few words. Our church is great. Okay, so we've got some faith. He seems to be pretty magical. Okay. And we're getting donations. Good, good. And we can then spend those. Great sermon. So that succeeded essentially in our first sermon for the for this week. Ooh, we get donations. Only 3 coppers each, but you know they're cheap. You can't have everything. Ooh, coppers. Visitors came 5. Faith received 1. Donations collected 18. Result success. Faith bonus 2. Okay, so we are going to need to go into technologies. But given we got a little bit of faith now, we can go and spend that at our study table. So let's see what we're going to get. Red, 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 blue. Let's get the blue while we're at it. And we can decompose fat into fluid. Okay. And we got 20 blue points. That's pretty nice. I quite like that. And we only use 1 of the science, I think. Gravestone. I've only made 1, but hey, I want to research it. Get it back. And we get another 20 points. I quite like this. And I guess we can research a piece of stone. Oh no, we're out. That would take more points than we actually have. Nails? Oh, we're actually out of faith completely. Fair enough. That's good. There's lots of blue points, however, and red points aren't actually hard to come by, so there's no big deal with that. But nice to be able to get more study going. That means just while I'm here, we're at 6 right now. We need to get to, what was it, 30? So I'm going to just go and put this down. There's a few more points. And then we'll start considering upgrading lots of these things, like this headstone. We probably want to remove you. And we'll upgrading them over time. 8, it doesn't take all that long. That's giving me 1, but the downside is it's because it's got 2 red skulls. Over time, we'll probably want to just change these bodies over to like 6 white skulls each. Some of them, I mean, that one's not great, but you get the idea. We should have a lot more bodies over time once we get alchemy up and running, which will, I assume, let me make the oil. I'm not quite sure how we make the oil otherwise for the cart. But that needs all that collecting I was talking about, so we'll come back to that after our next episode, after I've done all the collecting. And of course we can make more stone, which uses up huge amounts of my energy, which probably means I need like an iron hammer or that kind of thing. Can I make those now? Or was it unlocked? Was it needing the next upgrade to the iron anvil? Let's have a look. Anvil, furnace 2, anvil 2. Need steel ingots, which needs the furnace 2, which needs pigskin paper, complex iron, and pieces of stone. So yes, I'm going to need to get those rolling, and that's fine. Any other technologies? Probably farming in nature. I sort of want to be able to knock down the larger trees. That would help me just arrange things. Where are you? You building? There's the circular saw. Needs huge amounts of red. Woodcutter. There we go. Yeah, it needs 50 and then 20 blue. Not too hard to get to. But again, more stuff than I can do right now. We'll have to come back to that next episode. And then I'll be able to clear, hopefully, these trees. If not, others. So if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to give it a thumbs up, like, etc. Subscribe and share if you haven't already. Let other people know, or more the merrier. Subscribing will also obviously get you notifications if you click on the bell. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter at Greyduster if you want notifications that way. But otherwise, we'll see you next episode for some more Graveyard Keeper. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.